G4 Studios, Scotland. All is it's time for the third podcast.
Yo! Is that us? Remember we used to start every episode with like, hi and welcome to Little Podcast, this is episode fucking...
There we go, what's up man? Friends. Craig, oh no!
You're going to use that Conor McGregor word?
Well mate, if he's saying it, it's obviously alright. No, it's not cool. He's like, Bryce Mitchell's went mental yesterday. I'm going to have to do something. I'm going to have to play the card. I mean, it's pretty good. Don't.
Big man likes that.
I'll cut it out and just let the viewers wonder what Ross is pissing himself up.
So guys, yes, we do have a live show and tickets are still available. Come and join us. I don't think we've got any VIPs left, have we?
Nope, VIP is sold out.
VIP's gone.
I did meet one of our Patreons when I was out doing my shop. William, he's a avid fan of the podcast, has been for like probably day one.
That's quality.
Cracking guy, so he's coming. I was there with my partner, he was there with his partner. There was a sort of mutual like...
What does your missus think when people come up to you?
I think they're used to it now. They come up to me as a fighter first.
Aye.
And then now it's like podcast and fighter.
My daughter thinks it's the coolest thing ever.
Does she? My daughter
she
it.
Did he?
Aye.
Aye, a wee bit bigger though. A wee bit older.
Aye, and I guess they've been dealing with it.
And longer and at a higher level for you, eh?
But I saw it was like this mutual thing where it was like, we ain't bringing the ladies that way. And he's like, nope. I'm like, cheers, William. It's not the place for the females to be.
Let them continue checking out sell-by dates on the bread. Yes.
So we've got the tickets. Tickets are there, links in the bio. Come and join us. It's going to be a bit fun. There's pizza, there's music, there's going to be Doug the Thug, there's going to be Gary Thompson, there's going to be all the...
Lost his thug status after he shat it, mate.
You're going to see Doug. You can rib him if you want. But yep, tickets are available. And I'm just going to bring straight into it. What do we have? Saudi at the weekend?
Someplace. Some cool fights. Mate, I got 3 out of 3. Never happened before.
In the main events?
Oh my 3 picks all won. I took MVP.
Mm-hmm.
I took...
You took Shara Bullet, you Maddie?
No, I never did. Look back,
you
mate.
Did?
Yeah, I didn't take Shara Bullet.
You 100% did.
I'll confirm. But I think that sounds like you would take Shara Bullet. You dressed up as him, mate.
It's what?
You dressed up as him.
I know, mate. But you know me. I'll MVP's the home team guy.
I'm never wrong. Did you like the MVP and Pirate fight?
I did, mate. I did. I know it took a lot of shit. There's lots of nothing happening and Shara needs to get on. In fact, I think it was even Paul Felder was like, Shara Bullet needs to just get in on MVP there. Like, aye, all right, mate, have a knee through the fucking chin then. Also, it's so risky.
Also, the way that MVP moves, and you've only got one eye, your depth perception's totally out of whack.
Aye.
So this guy's bouncing in, bouncing out. He doesn't know what's happening.
He probably didn't. Like, I know we're saying that and laughing, but there's probably...
His depth perception will be all away.
There's probably accuracy to that.
I was actually listening to MVP on Ariel Helwani talk about that because Ariel asked him, was like, do you target that side where
of course
he's not getting an eye? And he's like, and MVP said, well, not really. I looked at it as if like he's had this for so long and he has won. He's went undefeated with this, so it doesn't really seem like a weakness for him. So he didn't kind of rely on that as like a sort of crutch. So
I seen there's a lot of posts with the Pirate saying that he's retiring.
Is that true or not true? Because I've seen stuff saying that his other eye's now starting to deteriorate because of the amount of
damage it's taking
and overuse, like it's having to do the job of two. That might, I don't know enough about it. I don't know. I hope he's not.
The guy's never ever going to be able to fight in the US. He's probably not going to be able to fight in most European cities either because he'll have half decent commissions.
Aye.
He's going to be stuck in places like Saudi, but it'd be cool to roll him out every once in a while. Hey, the bullet's coming.
He comes out, he fights a couple of times a year on Saudi cards. People like him, mate. He's got a big following on social media. It's interesting. He's entertaining.
He didn't look that big.
Shara.
Aye. I've always thought he's quite a big guy. He didn't look that big next to MVP. And I know MVP's tall, but he didn't look big to me.
Do you think he's just cruising about?
I think MVP handled him very well. Took away that sort of mysteriousness of him, where he was like just double back elbow. Because we were speaking about this last week, and we were like, "Oh, this is going to be so exciting. Both guys are going to try now to do each other." No, MVP's just going to fucking do MVP.
That's it. MVP just realised quite early on he can control the pace of the fight and went, "Cool, let's do this for 15 minutes. I'll just be the winner." Like. It was good. I did think at some point Shara Bullet would try and like blitz forward and just walk into like get just a knee up the middle, or,
that is the
or a big
thing that happens.
Aye.
That's where he thrives, on that counter striking.
He's hoping you get so pissed off with him that eventually you just go, fuck it, I'm gonna go, boom, down you go. Like, but that's how Lima got MVP. Do you remember?
Was that a trip?
It was like a low kick and then.
As he comes up and he bangs him, didn't he?
And knocked him clean out. It's there is a way to do it, but you're going to have to fucking be 100%.
Yep, and MVP's moving back down. Would you like to see him staying at middle?
Nah, I didn't think he had the stopping power.
No.
I think a lot of those shots with another 170 guy, he would have put them down. And I don't think he just... there's no doubt Shara's a tough guy. That's not what I'm saying, but I think like a smaller man... MVP connect, and I think he would be looking to at least sit somebody down with some of those shots, and that wasn't it. I didn't think Shara was ever in danger of getting dropped.
So we don't see Shara, we don't see MVP going for the title, or I don't see him going there for the title, but I see him being involved in some fun fights. I think that's what he's going to, I think that's what he's going to be. I
think the same for both guys actually, Shara Bullet and MVP. I don't think they're title fighters, but I think they're great fan favourite, entertaining guys. Who the UFC can put them on cards and people are going to go, I want to see that guy. Because I want to see MVP, mate.
See, I MVP, but I don't think Bullet's got it. I think...
But maybe for that part of the world,
yes,
they like him.
You know, if he fights again, then that's where we'll see if he's going to move forward in it. I think that's where it's going to be.
I think there's definitely young guys out in that part of the world who want to, like Shara Bullet's their guy. Do you know what I mean?
Beard ginger and...
He's got one eye, like fucking... And he's still made it happen. Like he's still made it to the UFC despite all these, and I'm sure there's more issues in his life than just having one eye. Like I know how it is to be ginger, mate. Stuff out there. Stuff out there for a redhead. So fair play to him.
Do you enjoy the fight, Craig?
Aye, I did. I like watching MVP.
Forced.
No, I do like watching. I like because I know there'll be a lot of people out there that probably think MVP is a boring fighter, but I think he's just so unique and. Like you're not getting that style from many other fighters, maybe like a Wonder Boy, but
it's a click of the fingers and something exciting's coming for that. Like that's the kind of fighter he is.
Seen him cave people's skulls in. Like actually put a fucking hole in people's foreheads.
Cyborg, wasn't it? That was nice.
Aye. And then rolls a Pokeball at him.
Aye.
Mind that.
That's the best.
That was tremendous. Like that's excellent, mate.
He had a ring this time, didn't he? He had an MVP ring. That's what he was rocking.
Have you ever seen him with Thanos? Mate, he's... Listen,
I wish the UFC would let him do more stuff like that.
Aye,
because you're not getting the full MVP experience when you're so rigid and like right, you're walking out. You can pick your song.
Did you see
a wee bit?
Did you see he never had a flag next to his name? You notice that? The only fighter. He got asked about it. No.
I heard what he said. He came out and said that we're all one. We're all one.
Right. It's fair. It's fair. It's fine. Can do that if you want. Not against it. Do whatever you want.
Cool. I thought you were going somewhere. Did you?
No. I'm just saying it was interesting. Might see more of that.
You want to talk about heavyweights or you want to go to the middles? The middle.
The heavyweights let us down.
And then
after I said they would do great.
And what did you put on your notes there?
So Jairzinho Rosenstrike, he's now been cut from the UFC following it, which I think is a bit harsh. He's won 3 of his last 5 fights. I get it wasn't the most entertaining fight, but is it cut worthy? Especially when heavyweight is pretty sparse for talent. I think you kind of need him in there.
I've seen Aspinall come out and saying that there needs to be something.
He says these heavyweight fights have been boring. Let's make heavyweight great again or something like that.
What we need to do is bring out fucking Roy Nelson. Bring him out of retirement. He He was just banging folk out. I want to see some of that stuff again.
I think that's harsh. I didn't know he'd been cut until just now. I know Dana wasn't happy with it. I watched the post-fight press conference.
I think it's because we watch these guys and they've been involved in these viral moments. And then when you don't get that viral moment, you go, that's...
what you been like that for?
That's shit.
Aye.
We are very hard on fighters.
For the worst.
Like, I was literally just hard on Shara Bullet, who's been involved in... I was an unbeaten fighter.
Aye.
Double spinning back fist, like... And I'm just being like, he's retired.
He's washed. Fuck him.
Do you think it's like cutting him's kind of like a knee-jerk reaction? Like,
nah, I think they're going to make an example of him.
Make an example,
and like they couldn't punish Pavlovich because he won.
They probably could. But Dana compared it to Ngannou Lewis. Did you hear him doing that? Like, I know that's the shittiest heavyweight fight we've ever seen, but this was close. And I was just like, fuck me, bro. You know what I mean? Sorry, Dana. Like, sometimes two guys just didn't go. They they can't all be Tom Aspinall, mate.
Aye. Guys, this weather is chaotic at this time of year. We don't know if we're getting crazy wind, crazy snow, crazy rain. The last thing you don't need to do is be getting crazy yourself if you've been involved in a non-fault accident. You like that one, didn't you? Non-fault accident, not your fault. There's only one number to call, and it's G4 Claim. Ross, that number?
It's 01698 767 172. You can also get them at notatfaultclaim.com. You can talk to them on WhatsApp, you can talk to them on the website, and you can get all the links in our bio if you don't want to talk to anyone.
I've been telling you for a long, long time, if you're involved, you want a courtesy car, your whole claim, you want to receive 100% of your claim, there's only that one number that Ross just gave you. The link is in the bio. You can thank me anytime you see me in the street. You just need to say, Paul, thank you for saying G4 Claims.
Speaking of like Tom Aspinall and Pavlovich, another thing I wanted to bring up, like, do you think after this loss to Aspinall, Pavlovich has been kind of a bit gun shy?
Aye.
Because before the Aspinall fight, 6 first-round knockouts in a row, and now he's on the back of 2 decisions. And keep in mind, like, before Aspinall knocked out Pavlovich, Pavlovich rocked Aspinall. So do you think maybe that's in the back of his head? He's like, right, I can't go crazy here because this happened to me.
Can't he just bite the gum shield and tuck my chin in anymore?
Whereas before you could put Pavlovich in a fight and be like, this is going to end.
Maybe something's happened and he knows. Maybe he's hurt. So I'll personalise it. See, after I got that cut on my head, anytime I got hit hard in sparring, it felt worse. I was like, oh, something's happened here. Like, I'm not the same. I don't know if I should be getting hit in the head. I'm just saying, maybe his KO was so bad, maybe he's gone in, he's went away, recovered for a wee bit, went into sparring and he's maybe got dropped again, or he's getting concussions, he's getting sore heads. You can't do it forever, mate. You can't go getting...
Especially heavyweights.
And how's he training? He's over in Russia, probably training like a BAM. Like, it's probably fucking shoot a box Rio over there. Like, fucking, we just, if he dies, he dies. It's a broad stroke, but there's so many possibilities, like, that we don't know about.
Adesanya?
Well,
versus Imavov. What was it? Is his name Imavov?
Imavov, aye, mate, you're right. Cool. It was just like you said, the Sean Strickland blueprint. Get on him, force him up against the cage, clatter him.
It was a good first round.
Good first round, but if you remember, towards the end of the first round, Imavov had already done that. He had like forced him back and hooked him, and just fucking did it again in the second round and knocked out. I felt bad for Izzy, mate. I do think the stoppage was all right.
The stoppage was fine in my opinion. There was a point where he was like,
I know,
and then he must have been like, right.
Well, he went up to his coach and he was like, how's it? And he kind of went, and then Adesanya was like, right. Like, obviously, if your coach has been like, mate, I don't know, stoppage looked okay.
There's a lot of things about him retiring. Have you seen this? Even
he gave a post-fight, didn't he? And he was like, I don't know. Obviously, he's still emotional and still going to be.
I hope he's not going to retire because he is. It's not like he's.
I hope he's not going to retire.
He's the best in the world. Like, I know. The same again. MVP. Do I want to see MVP retire? No. Do I want to see Shara Bullet retire? No. Do I want to see Izzy retire? No, I don't. I want to see them have fun fights. Izzy's got a super high level skill set, and I want to see him fight against.
Why do we feel so bad for Izzy being TKO'd there? Because it seems fairly universal. Nobody's like, yeah, it's Imavov won. everybody's like, has he got TKO? Does that make sense how I've worded that? Like, the narrative isn't it sad that Izzy's sort of...
I think Izzy got a lot of newer fans into the sport, and people maybe have that sort of attachment with him.
Post-COVID, do you think?
Not even so much. Maybe I would even say like more post Conor McGregor. I do really like Izzy. But like post Conor McGregor, there wasn't really any massive superstars, and I think he started to fill that void. And on top of that, he was fucking nailing everyone up until the Yoel Romero fight, where these fights did become a bit more point fighty.
Should we blame what's his name? Pereira. Did Pereira waste the middleweight division and then fucked off up to light heavyweight?
Aye.
Is that what happened?
Ruined it for every cunt.
Fuck's sake. Wasting it for everybody.
Come on, Alex. Get back on the drink. Someone else can get a chance. I don't know. Mate.
Like he's a likeable guy, and I like his whole style of striking, and I like the fact that he's a bit of a geek, and I like the fact that I don't like the fact that he's had a hard upbringing, but he's had that sort of tough upbringing as a black African in
New Zealand.
So that kind of sells to everybody, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. I didn't like the stuff with 𝗟𝗘𝗏 at the start about the real African stuff, and I thought that was a bit... I was actually surprised he went that route. That seemed like quite low-hanging fruit for him, because he's always been the sort of... He's made sure he's the star of the show. He has the interest in walkouts. But then obviously the fight with 𝗟𝗏𝗏, and it all got shake hands and we're all friends. That was good, but it does seem as if the fans do have a soft spot for Izzy. And it's sad to see it go that way, but...
You want to break down this ranking update?
Aye.
The one I just seen was Bo Nickel has entered the top 15. At 14. And 15.
Roman Kopylov was non-ranked and he's 14. Bo Nickel was unranked and he's 15th.
Right.
Just the way things have sort of shuffled about.
He's shuffled up, so...
Michel Pereira.
I know. Moved up 2 spaces to 13.
I like that Roman Kopylov, mate. He's an entertaining guy.
Who was it fought there?
He just subbed somebody 2 weeks ago.
Aye.
Who was it? Go on, Craig, you'll know.
I don't think it was a great fight. I think he was getting done, was he not?
Was he?
I'm sure he was.
There's too many fights to remember. Hey, you called him Russian Russian fucking...
Oh, it was the Chris Curtis, the head kick.
It was the head kick.
Right at the last second.
Aye.
Why did I think submission?
He got submitted a couple of fights ago off Anthony Hernandez. Maybe thinking of that.
It was the walk-off KO that we were talking about. That's
Which was a walk-off KO. Aye. I remember. So interesting, middleweight, we'll fuck ourselves. Light heavyweights where the action's at. Know what I'm saying, Craig? Come on, bear you at light heavyweight.
Do you want to see Pereira get beat by Ankalaev?
I want to see Ankalaev, aye. Because then that just adds to my... That means that, like...
The Paul Craig aura.
The myth.
I'm the greatest fighter of UFC.
The myth.
Going with MMA maths. I've beat how many champions? 2 ex-champions? I bet.
Hill.
Shogun.
And then if the thingy gets it, that's 3 champs, mate. I'm fucking great.
You are.
I'm the GOAT.
You got 3 title defences.
The GOAT.
That is funny.
So, happy with Saudi?
Aye.
Good card?
They booed some people that I thought was strange.
What kind of people were they booing?
They booed Adesanya, who's Australian, or sorry, New Zealand, and they cheered Imavov, who's French. Strange. Don't know. A lot of French fans in the Saudi crowd. Must have been. A lot of French guys went over, obviously. Just thought I'd highlight that.
Anything else that didn't like about the show?
No, I enjoyed the show. It was good.
Nice to watch that.
Nice to watch it at a reasonable time of day. I thought the UFC embedded stuff was good. Like them out, mostly Shara. There was a lot of Shara Bullet stuff, and just kind of them out jogging and things like that. It seemed a bit more refined, but it was good. I enjoyed it. Looked nice. I'd maybe even go.
Would you?
Aye. Honestly, I know you're laughing, mate, but I would.
I don't think they would let you in. I think they would as soon as
well, do you know what? They'd probably be like, look, you've said a lot of stuff, mate, and I know a lot of it's true, but you can't be saying it.
With part of the cheeks.
Like, here we've got a list of all the stuff you said. You mad hand-chopping cunts. Did you say that? Did say that. Aye. So, aye, I would go over, though. Looks nice. Cool place.
Good.
Tax-free for you as well, if you fought there.
Aye. I never even told them about the gift he's got us.
Aye, what
Aye.
show off.
So I come in today and the podcast guys have got me a gift, and it is this camera. It's a piece of the mat from the New York card that I fought in just last year in November. 309, Jones versus 𝗟𝗘𝗔𝗧𝗛𝗘𝗥. We bit of speck of blood on it. Might be mine because my eye was fucking gushing. But it's such a cool gift. This is not for the fans. This is for me.
It's to be immortalised in the Craig house.
It's pretty cool, isn't it? I can't wait to show the kids. Oh, hey, look at this. Now, well, I'll tell you something. I'll tell you this. I have got 2 pieces of mat. Well, I'll tell you the 2 pieces of mat I've got.
Is this the second piece?
Yes. 1, for getting beat for Bo Nickel when my eye was bust open. And 2, when I got knocked out in Brazil off Johnny Walker. So 2 pieces of mat, both times I've lost.
MMA, yeah.
But no, it's a very cool thoughtful.
It's such an iconic moment, though.
I know. And we've got the thing you want to give away.
We've got
Edwards and Usman too.
No, we've got Conor
Cerrone.
Cerrone, and we've got Oliveira and Gaethje, which I've thought about just fucking pocketing because I want that.
You've worked hard, mate.
If it
You
was
do a
missing,
good job here. I'd be all right with it.
We'll just keep them on and get them done. Just have like your desk. But no, so this is pretty much what we've got one of these. I think I maybe have Edwards versus Usman in the house. If I've got one in the house, you can keep that one and I'll put that one in, right? So this is one of the prizes that we're giving away at not this, exactly. It looks like this for the live show. If you fancy being involved in this, we've got a whole host of giveaways as part of the show. Hit the link, grab a ticket. It's like 23, 4 quid.
And I didn't doubt for a second we'll end up giving loads of stuff away that we never, and just going, do you know what, mate, just have that.
I think we should maybe give some away this weekend for the Australian card.
I'm in. I love to do it.
Let's see what shit we've got lying about.
Aye.
We'll come up with a present.
Let's see what thousands of pounds worth of memorabilia we'll just get you someday.
well, we've got that. I don't know if you want to give this away, but I don't know if you remember for the Christmas special, you filmed a hang with a Timex watch, and we were going to give that away, being like,
Yeah, we've got
Christmas
2
come
then.
early. We do have 2 of them, but we're going to give one of them away, and we never ended up doing it. So
That's a prize
if
to
you
be
want,
giving away.
we can do that, but if you think that's too good,
I was thinking like
A sign programme.
I was thinking Roy Nelson.
I was thinking an Anaconda elbow brace.
right, well, I'm sorry to the audience for getting their hopes up.
Have a
Thinking
Timex
they're
watch.
bagging a watch.
You can have a Timex with a piece of mat on it. Where's the piece of mat from? Does it tell you?
On the watch?
I'm
We didn't
sure
get one of those ones.
you not get one?
Nah.
Do you get watch with Matt?
Watch with a bit of mat in it.
Wow.
I know. So I will probably give like a Anaconda elbow pad. What's this?
That's an elbow brace. I found that stuck down the side of there. We have all sorts of things.
I will give some Anaconda away. Talking about Anaconda, I am rocking one of their fine white oversized t-shirts. Absolutely perfect for just pulling on, going to the gym, going to the discotheque. You know where you can get an Anaconda t-shirt?
AnacondaFightwear.co. Put in leather 10 at the checkout for 10% off.
Also, you do not have to worry about if you're not wanting to wear a t-shirt. It could be gym attire, so you get rash guards, you've got shorts, you've also got any sort of brace where you need support.
And the New Year sale is still on. You can save up to 50% on some products.
Hit up Anaconda. Link is in the bio. Ross, thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome.
So before we move on to UFC 312, there are a couple other little MMA things that did happen this week. Dogfight Wild Tournament 2 took place. I don't know if either of you seen anything
I
about
haven't
this.
heard of dogfight.
What's
Right.
this?
So it's I think it's based in Spain, and it's batshit crazy. So if you've read this, they held a 10-man MMA Royal Rumble, and of course I've got a video to show you for it.
So before you hit that, is it over the ropes? Once you're over the ropes, you're lost?
So it's kind of like I'll show you the video.
Oh,
Are
wow,
we needing
this looks
headphones
brilliant.
for this?
You don't need headphones. I think the video just is enough.
It's pretty much self-explanatory. It's a whole stack.
Oh, I don't fancy that guy's
But
chances.
there's all sorts of weights. Like this guy's like triple the size of them all.
It's liquid room smoking in.
Look at the size of that boy. He's massive.
And that wee
He's
guy in the blue shorts.
And then if you put them out the red, you're done.
Yes.
Big man brought his son.
That guy's some size.
He told him to come back in there so he could attack him.
Oh, it's brilliant. Oh, what a hook.
So, fuck the GFL. We've got Dogfight World Tournament on the scene.
I don't know who to watch.
Well, these
though.
two boys.
There seems to be like a pairing up going on over here.
Aye, that big guy's massive to be in this. Does he win it?
Well, I don't want to spoil anything, mate.
Like,
He's
he's a
winging
bit of
the
a sneaky cunt because look what he does.
The big
He waits
guy's
till he
winging
see-
cunt.
He waits till he sees people fighting.
Off.
Look, he's done it now.
Off.
He's waited till that wee man was in a boot with the guy with the blue shorts, then booted him in the head. He's had a lot of
Well, this
fights
guy in the far
pubs.
right that's just kind of wandering about, and then he came in and winged an overhand.
Right, the two of them are now ganging up on him, isn't they?
I want the bald guy to win.
He's going to just throw him away. Oh, he's
It's a
out.
sprawl. Oh,
This is
the
gonna
big
be-
guy's out then.
This is going to be terrible for audio listeners. So, if you're on Spotify, or that you just need to watch this bit. I'm afraid.
Aye.
I'll just skip.
Nice ground and pound, Baldy.
Oh,
arm triangle.
nice arm triangle.
He's watched my last
Beautiful, man.
He looks an arm
Guy
triangle guy.
shouts something wild, I'm going to say.
Aye.
Something racist.
That was
I'm
mad.
going to say.
But
That was
they also had a 2v2
I watched-
heavyweight MMA
I have
fight,
watched
and
that.
then the winners then had to fight each other. So
So
it was a good time.
me and Paul team up and fight another pair of guys, and then if we win, we have to fight each other.
Aye.
Why is this not doing big numbers? This should be like the best sport in the world.
Is it too mental?
No, I think it's just mental enough. I like the fact that, see that dogfight, that was brilliant. Like, see what, like, I think I'm going to go home and watch that.
The problem is, like, right, how do we beat that?
No, but just 10 on 10 all the time. Sorry, 10 on 10. It would just be like 10. It's no 10 on 10.
1v1, v1v1, blah blah blah.
Aye.
Did you ever watch the stuff where it's like 10 on 10, 20 on 20?
Aye.
Just
Aye,
like
like
a
the-
field in Poland.
It's definitely like it's either Russia or Poland. It's one of that sort of world.
They like it out there, eh?
Aye, they're like,
Have you
Tradition.
ever seen card jiu-jitsu?
Yes, and they're
Start with
using
your
it.
belt on the way.
Yes.
they're
And it's
using
like
the
everyone
belt
races
each
to
other.
get it off.
Is that not pretty much what happened in the Wolverine film with Ryan Reynolds and the two of them are in the car fighting?
There's he's an Israeli guy who, he might be signed to UFC actually. He does a promotion where it's like people on like a bus. So it's like, have you seen them? They've got a head guard, gloves, shin guards, and they're just sitting, and then they just like go, and you've got to just start fighting on the bus.
Is this like a public bus? Like there's other passengers on?
I hope no. But then again, I kind of hope there might be.
Imagine you're going to your work.
Aye.
And all you hear is somebody shout "go," and the two boys start learning into each other.
Get on, and there's a guy with a head guard on sitting at the back. Oh,
Oh, well, you get the next bus
aye.
We can set that up tomorrow. We're out filming somewhere.
for the 100th episode.
Aye. So why don't we just hop on a bus and use two?
Start fighting.
Aye. Get a wee sparring session
I'm
going.
in enough trouble.
So yeah, that's some interesting fights right there.
Aye.
Right into 312 down in
Whoa,
Australia.
whoa. Scroll past somebody there, Craig.
Who did I scroll past?
Scroll past
The headline stealer.
Bryce Mitchell.
See when,
He's made a cunt of this,
see
mate.
when you seen this coming out and you're watching it, were you thinking, nah, I never said that. Nah,
Aye.
nah. And then as it goes further, he's trying to justify it in himself, and you're like,
See, when you
Oh.
put it in the chat, I was like, this is no gonna be. I was like, I watch a lot of these mad Holocaust denier stuff. Anything, anybody denying events in history, right up to flat earthers. I watch all this stuff because sometimes I'm baffled. Like, I like to know, do these people really believe this, or are they just saying it?
do you think
I think he believes
he
it.
believes that?
I think he fully
100%
believes it.
he-
I think he's watched loads and loads of clips on TikTok, because TikTok can be quite right wing. There's a lot of stuff on TikTok that's very questionable, especially on their history pages. And he's watched loads of these clips. He's heard an AI voice that sounds like a scientist saying this has happened, and he's went, that must be true.
I guess that's the social media and internet for you.
Aye, it's wild.
Like, what did I say to you today? What was the fight? I said, I seen the poster for BKFC,
McGregor and Jeremy
versus Jeremy Stevens, and it turns out that it's bullshit.
It's AI's a mad one as well, because it can just say anything. Anybody can say anything, and I think, but Bryce, I think, should be allowed to say that if he wants.
Well, Dana White did say that. He's like, freedom of speech,
Yep.
I'm not going to, it's up to him. He's a big advocate on
Yep.
saying if whatever you want, basically.
I don't think Bryce has been malicious with it. I think he genuinely thought
He's
he
just
knew what he
stupid.
was talking about,
He's just stupid.
and he didn't. And I think he should be allowed to say that if he wants, and somebody more educated on the subject should be able to come along and go, no, Bryce, you're wrong, and here is why. But to censor Bryce for saying it, or to delete the video, or to remove these videos, I think is wrong.
What I will say, I get what you're saying about free speech and everything, but at the same time, if you're, I know technically fighters for UFC are like sort of self-employed or whatever, but if you're an employee of a company, that company should be like, I don't want to be associated with this, you're out of here.
Why?
If I said something like that,
you would.
I don't think I would be.
What was the
employed.
line? Tell me the exact line. Go and scroll up and tell the exact line that you used there.
What?
What does that say?
Stole the headlines.
Bryce Mitchell stole the headlines. That is why he's not getting penalised. Why does Sean Strickland not get penalised for what he says? Why does McGregor not get penalised for what he says? Because it steals the headlines, it brings eyes to the sport, and for some wild reason, and I'm not agreeing with it, the UFC seem to be like, yep, let's do it.
Do you think it's because the UFC don't really get any, even though they'll maybe get sort of negative criticism for it, they're not really getting any sort of financial blowback? Like it's not like ESPN are like, we don't want anything to do with it anymore. So they're like, doesn't matter.
If you had a co-worker said something like that, would you say, I'm unhappy to work with you? Or would you just be like, what a bizarre opinion, and carry on with your shift at work?
I just be like, that's not a fucking idiot.
So do you know what I mean? Really, like, I hear people say stuff like that and I'm just like, oh, guy's never read a book in his life.
Well, I guess it's like somebody being racist, sexist, homophobic in the workplace, and I'm not saying that not all the time you'll get involved in it. You'll not be like, oh, you fucking out of order. You'll just be like, this guy's a fucking idiot.
Aye.
Wouldn't you? Like, you're not going to go toe-to-toe with some nutcase.
Mate, I used to see it all the time when I worked at gay clubs. People would walk past and say stuff and see that, especially the older gay guys, they don't even notice it anymore, mate.
What kind of stuff would they say? Like,
All sorts of things. You know what type of things they say.
Like that. Like, I don't know. I have no idea.
It sounds like you're trying to bait Ross and he's saying
It was
something
just a
on camera,
variety
mate.
of slurs. And I would find myself defending these gay dudes sometimes and being like, fucking somebody should say something. And they'd be like,
Disney
well, fair, the guy's not going to change because you kick the shit out of him. He's not going to stop being homophobic because you leather him. But you can also leather him if you want. You can do whatever you like. And that's the thing, like, Bryce Mitchell can say whatever he wants.
So how does that, I know, sorry I interrupted you, but how does that work, right? When you think about, obviously this is the UK, there was that guy, we were speaking about him recently, the guy with the Nazi salute with the dog and shit like that. And he went to court, am I right? And he was getting done for like hate speech, am I right? Surely that could be the same.
It can be, but somebody has to report it as a crime. But what you'll find is a lot of these guys, they didn't care, mate. They're not bothered. Like, you're going to waste a day in court for some fucking banger because he called you an F-got? You know. Like, am I going to waste a day? Do I really care, mate, that your feelings were hurt that badly because someone said that to you? No, I didn't. It's just a word. He's just called you a name. Like, if you want to be an openly gay guy, unfortunately, you're going to get called names.
Yeah, and he hasn't actually said anything offensive.
Who?
Bryce Mitchell. He's not said anything.
Oh, I don't know.
But who's he offended? That's his opinion.
Jewish, I mean, is it?
That's his opinion, innit? So he's not offended anybody. It's not he's come out and said what Adolf Hitler done was a fucking right good thing.
He did say that.
Nah, I did.
It was was it about the...
So you mean like the wiping out of the Jewish people, right?
Like what about he was making them gay, right? I kind of...
So the book burning stuff, like what Bryce said about that was true. Like there was a massive push. Oh fucking! This is going to sound like I'm saying it. A lot of the books that got burnt, right, were literature and scientific studies into transgenderism. Boys can be girls, girls can be boys, and the National Socialists went, no, we're getting rid of all that.
Right, it's a bit of a...
And they burnt that. Is so what's happened is Bryce has found some information which is true, right? He's found some information which is accurate. He's repeated it and he's worded it terribly. He's then found other information which is not true and worded it terribly. And the problem is he's mixed everything up, the true stuff, the untrue stuff, and actually got some of the statistics right, which was fucking mind-blowing considering he got the most commonly reported statistic wrong. When he'd said about the 6 million killed in the concentration camps and stuff, like, no, never did they say that. They've never said that. Like Auschwitz, it clearly says when you get there, to the 1 million people who were killed here. Like, And you can't cremate this 6 million. They never fucking said that, mate. You can go to Babi Yar in Ukraine, which is just a huge fucking valley. It's a huge, massive valley that they dug up and buried all these people, mate. Like 2 minutes on Google, and Bryce Mitchell would never have come out with the stuff he came out with. Like, he's just scrolling through TikTok. It's showing him mad anti-Semitic TikToks, and he's going, they're fucking right. Look at this, mate. The people need to know. How does not everybody know about this? Because it's not true, mate. That's why they didn't all know about it. So, unfortunately, Bryce Mitchell's got a TikTok education, and that shows. I still like watching you, Bryce, but you can't be saying that shit, bro.
Moving on, UFC 312 Australia.
Aye, it's not getting much love.
Is it not?
I don't think so.
Why?
Because we've only really got Duplessis, Strickland.
There is.
Are you not looking forward to seeing Wang Jie fight?
So there's 4 ranked fighters on the entire card.
And this goddamn Mongolian.
And it's the main and co-main participants.
Aye.
Everyone else is on. There's also 7 fighters making their debut.
And
that's a UFC pay-per-view.
Are these like he's grey as well, that Australian boy?
I think they're just from sad parts of the world, mate.
I just keep it up, but don't worry. That guy's grey as well.
So this fight,
Mate,
Colby,
that boy's name's no Cody Steele.
so this one is kind of
Sorry, Craig, that's fucking hilarious. What a name. Cody Steele.
that's like Cougar McDougal.
Colby Thickness, mate. That is made up.
Right, so this fight,
Colby Thickness.
so Colby
Cough.
is a training partner of Volkanovski, and Alexandre is Ilia Toporia's brother. So Volkanovski's going to be in this guy's corner, and Ilia's going to be in this guy's corner. So it's a kind of mini.
And they're
Topuria.
both just been signed to the UFC.
Yes, both
For
making
the
their debut.
purposes of this fight,
I think-
for the purposes of sitting with a camera, nobody's caring about the fight, everybody's just caring about...
I think Topuria already did have another opponent on this card, and Colby's a replacement, so things have just kind of fell into place for it. But
Can you find out what his real name is?
Let's see a picture of him, mate, because he best be jacked, brother.
That's like when you used to give yourself like a nickname as a kid. Just call me Long Dong Paul, please.
That's a good nickname though.
Long
Colby
Dong.
Slickness Thickness.
He's not even thick, mate.
Man, he looks like he's got the HIV, bro.
It's a moustache he's giving it away, isn't it? It's that moustache.
Guy looks like sick boy, mate.
He's 7-0. He's obviously for a reputable gym. They're giving him an opportunity, and they fired him right onto the head of prelims. Is that
It's the first prelim.
first prelim?
Mate, if Alexander the Great is saying you're good, I believe you. If Volkanovski says he's good, I believe him.
Kong.
Borshev. It's like my long lost brother.
Jimmy Crut's back.
Aye.
Matthews.
Tafa as well.
Like it's not a terrible card. I can't wait to see
Titania.
Titania fight
Tatiana.
I know what it says, bro.
Is she not? Has she not had like a long layoff?
Yeah.
She's not
So
been out for like a long time.
so she's been in the
given
UFC.
loads of love,
yeah.
wasn't she?
So she's been in the UFC. She's undefeated. She's been in the UFC since 2016. Everyone's kind of like pegged her to be a champion, but she's just been sort of plagued with injuries.
How's she?
So her last fight. So she's
Can you
beat
go
like
to her social media, please. Can you go to her Instagram? I just might see what she looks
Said 16, wow.
like. She looks like a step aside, Mackenzie Dern. There's a new chica in town.
Is she Australian, aye? American?
American.
Right?
But aye, she's beat like Alexa Grasso. She's beat Jessica Andrade. She's beat Carla Esparza. So she is. She's
potentially
good.
could be a champion.
I think she's actually the favourite now.
Wow.
But aye, she's just been plagued with injuries. Her last fight with Jessica Andrade, that was in August 2023. So that is a long time ago, and there is a long layoff for her between fights. But I think it might just be a lot of
Did
bad
she
luck.
beat Jessica Andrade?
Yeah, she's undefeated.
Wow.
She finished her.
There you go, eh? Interesting.
Can
Can I see that profile again?
the UFC are maybe looking for her to
Scroll down.
dethrone Whaley.
You can also see here the amount of cancelled bouts. Aye.
Lemos.
Was she an Invictus champ as well, was that? Ultimate Fighter. 23 finale.
A lot of submissions. Armbar, darce, rear naked, guillotine.
I think she's pretty much all-rounded.
Aye, rear naked and ground and pound.
And I think she has got some slick-ass jiu-jitsu, so if she takes Wangji takes her down.
Zhang
Weili, that's it,
right,
innit?
mate.
Is there a Jili Wing Lang? Nah, fuck that, man.
There probably is.
Zhang Weili.
Sometimes I don't know why they do it, but sometimes they do say it back to front way, Chinese names. So they would say like Wei Li Zhang. I don't know why it works, but I think both
I think
are acceptable.
I think I'm going to watch it. I like that slick ass.
It'll be on in the morning for us.
I like that slick ass jiu-jitsu.
No?
Right?
I think
Well,
it's just usual
I know it
American
says
cartoon.
CAM,
Aye.
GMT, so no. I'll watch it after work.
And then we've got the main event.
I'll watch Sean Drickus.
Nah, that'll be fun. Who are you going to pick? Do you think, first question, do you think the fight went the right way the last time? Do you think DDP beat Sean Strickland? Because there's a lot of controversy with that, am I right?
Otherwise, I'd have to watch it again.
Thinking
to be
back
honest,
to the point, what do you think?
thinking back, I think I was surprised that they gave it to Drickus last time.
Now moving
But
forward.
what do I know, mate?
Moving forward.
I think Drickus is going to take it. But
Do you think he stops Strickland?
no, I think he'll decision him out. Do you think so?
I don't know, man.
Sean Strickland says one of the best additions to his training has been Johnny Walker. Seen him telling the schmo at Extreme Couture now. So he's like, you come in here, there's John. Like, I think him and Johnny Walker get on good.
2 moon units together.
Well, it's probable. It's probable. Poor old Johnny, just like me, got an Irish missus, can't wait to leave the house. So, like, so I don't know, mate. Sean Strickland's been training with fucking. It's not like he was bad, and he's saying Johnny Walker's improved his game, training with him. He's a big guy to be in the gym with. Drickus is a big guy. It's probably what he needed. Not that there wouldn't have been loads of guys at Couture anyway. But I don't know. I think Drickus I think he's tough to beat now. And he's got better every fight, mate. He has got better every fight. I don't know why there would be a drop off in his performance now, but anything can happen.
You know what happens when some people become the champ? They get a little less.
I don't think Drickus is that guy.
No.
I think Drickus wants to stay the champion. I know what you mean. Like, Sean won the title and then kind of was like, I made it. I reached my goal. Whereas some guys become the champion and their goal is to stay the champion.
Well, I think I seen some stuff on social media. The shape of Sean Strickland in comparison to his last fight.
Oh, is he much better or much
I
worse?
think
What you saying?
I don't think he's as shredded as he was. That's what it's looking like.
He's rocking a tash.
Romper stomper, That's what that's clearly meant. No, have I said the wrong thing there?
I don't think so.
No.
That's how it looks to me.
Do you think Sean Strickland gives it big dick
Derek
all
Vineyard.
all week, and then comes to the fight and he's just kind of a wee bit, I can't really bother being here.
Maybe.
Fight. I think, see when I watch him fight, I think he's just like,
Teep jab cross.
aye, like it's just like there's no urgency, but there isn't any urgency.
When he fought Adesanya, there was. When he fought Adesanya, that was like a fuck it, I'm going for it here. And you think I'm number 6, I'm away down the rankings, I shouldn't be here, I'm going to show you. But I do get what you mean. Like, when he fought Costa, he was just kind of there fighting Costa.
Whereas I think there's a bit of urgency with Duplessis.
Mate, I think Drickus as well is probably a bit of a bam. Probably wants to smash you, mate. He like acts quite mental in public. Like when Sean jumped over the barrier and that, and what are you going to do? But he's like, nothing, I told him to come over. Like, I think Drickus is probably a bit of a wild guy. And so is Sean Strickland, but Drickus doesn't talk about being mental. That's what separates them for me. That's what makes me think Drickus probably is mental.
Whereas Sean
knows there's a camera there, eh? Drickus knows there's a camera there too. He could act up if he wanted, but he doesn't care if you do something.
I'm leaning towards DDP for this.
Aye.
I like his style. I've said it before. I like that blitzing forward. I like it's a wee bit erratic. I like the fact that it's not conventional step forward where like you slide in like a boxer, you fling a 1-2, you fling, you build up. I like the fact that it's just like,
he just goes in and have a fight. He's just a rough customer, mate.
now, am I right in saying that when him and 𝗟𝗘𝗏 fought, it was a pretty good fight?
I think Darren Till had a good first round.
Aye,
but
and then
then
it just kind of lent to more towards DDP, and I think he just out grappled him, didn't he? He was very heavy.
I think that's the way the Whittaker fight went as well, isn't it? He just
That's what I see this going. Do I think he's going to be able to finish Sean Strickland?
It's a tough ask.
It is. There's like the only person I think he's doing it is Pereira with that fucking hook. But then that like many men have stood up to that hook and many men have fell to that hook.
Aye.
Do I think DDP's got the power to do it? Aye, I do. I think he's going to finish him. I think he's going to finish him within 3. I know it's a 5-rounder.
It's a big shout.
Oh, and saying that in the bottom one as well, the Wang Zhili Lang, whatever the fuck her name is, that's a 5-rounder as well. And if Tatiana, what's her name?
Tatiana Suarez.
If she has been out and she's not done any 5 rounds, that could be a bad night. It's 5 rounds is difficult. A year off of fighting, a year plus off of fighting. Is this a first 5-rounder for the UFC?
I think it might be, because I don't think her fight with Andrade was the main event.
Well, she's got her out of there in the second anyway. So,
sorry, first 5-rounder.
First time a 5-rounder. Oh, interesting. That can change the dynamics.
That is a factor. I'd never thought of that.
Whereas Wang Jie Li has fought
loads
of
5-rounders. She's accustomed to a 5-round scrap. Like,
interesting.
So, are we giving something away? If so, what is the parameters?
The parameters are, we'll take Tafa as well. You want the big fatties?
Aye, let's have a cut. Who did that guy's last fight? That Taliesin?
I think this might be his
Is he a
UFC
debut guy?
Yes.
He's got that sort of grey look about him. He must be a debut guy.
You guys are great. Till they let the sunshine of the UFC get on them.
What about that Rudolph guy?
Let's find Jimmy Crute.
Aye.
Bellato. 12-2.
His second UFC fight.
He looks thick, man.
I think we'll be looking for Jimmy Crute to take that,
He's the underdog.
He's underdog. Wow.
He's coming back off of the time.
Coming back, aye.
I pick the
Where you want to go? Top 3?
top 3 fights. Happy with that? Pick
Just
the top 3
the winner?
fights. Just the winner. I don't need, because we're not getting you in good. You're not getting a watch. If you're getting a watch, I'll be like, I want to know the time of each finish.
That's quite funny.
But I just pick some winners. I think I'm going to go for Tafa, Tatiana, and Duplessis.
Unfortunately, I'm going to mirror them, which I never like to do because I like a bit of parody. But I see Drickus with a decision, Tatiana with a submission, Justin Tafa with a KO. There you go.
KO. Oof.
There we go. I'm gonna call
the
some
UFC
stuff.
does like this big Tafa guy.
There's 2 of them, eh?
Aye, they're both brothers and they both just fucking fight all the time. don't they?
Did one not get injured and his brother stepped in?
Aye.
That's
Aye.
incredible, mate. Like, listen, I can't make it, but my big brother will come up there. Like, that's fucking high school stuff, eh?
Aye.
Amazing. So fair play to the Tafa bros, Mario and Luigi.
We've got we asked the Discord as well if they've got any questions. Just before we jump over to the Patreon, we could maybe answer a couple of them
I'd
and
love
keep
to.
some more
And
for...
if you get any other news, no?
MMA related, I
Not to
don't
be
think
mental.
so.
We'll just save the non-MMA.
Aye. But some questions, would you like a MMA or a non-MMA one first?
One, did everybody get to see the pictures of Mackenzie Dern?
Aye, I think they've been sent into the Discord as well.
I didn't look at them.
You're getting a
bro.
few
Fucking
mentions.
Averted my eyes.
Yes.
So, MMA, non-MMA.
What do you fancy?
Let's go non.
Let's go on. Because we've got an MMA podcast and we've done pretty good with it.
Right, well, let's just do the top one from Craig G. We've kind of danced around the subject of this before. Who wins in a fight between a gorilla and a grizzly bear?
Oh.
Gorilla all day.
Oh.
He might take a wee bite or 2, but I think he's just going to get a grip of the country.
He also says him and his group chat have been arguing about this non-stop, so
Bear's
it'd be
got
good to get
bracers in
some...
his hands.
And jaggy teeth. But Gorilla's just hard, mate. Big muscular black dude. That's what you got to think of.
Aye, how hard do you think a gorilla can punch?
Nah, mate, he's going to get it down and choke the fucking life out of it, mate.
Bears get fucking knives in its horns.
Aye, he's going to get him down, but...
I do think the bear beats a tiger any sort of... No, I don't.
Did I give you that book about the boy hunting the man-eating tigers?
No.
It's a fucker, like. It might be in my car.
I don't know if the gorilla's got the minerals.
You
I think
think
a bear's just...
it just shy out it?
Aye, like he just eats fucking plants, right?
Aye, I know.
Just eats plants, doesn't have to hunt for anything. Just has to be a wee bit territorial, has a couple of fights with the bros. Grizzly bears, they're fucking nails.
They're out there doing
They
it.
hibernate,
Day in, day out.
right? They hunt the fish, they
Killing.
fucking hunt everything.
Might eat a person if boy gets too close with that camera.
Oh man, you see that one where they're like, the bear's running at them, like,
The grizzly bear man.
grizzly bear wins all day. It's got fucking knives in its hands.
Did you see the grizzly bear man get eaten? Oh, it's bad.
Is that a guy gets eaten by a grizzly bear?
Aye, and his camera like catches it all. He's like screaming and it's just like eating bits off him.
Have you seen the girl that's snowboarding down the hill?
And it runs behind her.
And she has no idea because she doesn't know it's behind her until she watches the footage.
Thank fuck.
I'm going grizzly bear. Grizzly bear wins all day. It's got knives in its hand and it's got teeth designed for crushing what?
Gorillas.
Bones. Whereas, what does a gorilla have teeth for? Like they do have.
But
canines.
they've got jaggy teeth, mate.
They have got canines.
Just for show.
Agreed. And they have got they have got the dexterity of manipulation of hands and feet and that kind of stuff.
Serious teeth, mate.
Off.
I wouldn't want bitten with him.
I mean,
But he likes to show them, eh? Doesn't he like to actually bite cunts? Aye, but mate, a grizzly bear couldn't even kill Leonardo DiCaprio, mate.
That's a film, mate.
Aye, and obviously he knows he likes a young woman, so he's like, I don't want to get
Leo
involved.
does.
I don't want to get involved in this shit. I don't want to be there.
Has Leo been doing it?
It's like a running thing. Like as soon as
Yeah,
you
at a certain
turn,
age.
I think it's only 23. As soon as you turn 23, you're too old for Leonardo DiCaprio. And he gets a new bird.
Have you seen
What age is he?
the pictures?
He's old.
The pictures of him, and it's like him in his 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, and then it's a picture of Jack Nicholson. Like, he looks like Jack Nicholson currently. I don't know, Craig. Who you going?
I'm taking the gorilla.
Gorilla as well.
Aye,
I
mate.
don't know, man. Having knives in your
Let's
hands.
just fucking get them in a boot in the same cage in Edinburgh Zoo.
I imagine like
We're in Edinburgh the morning. Oh no, we're not.
Find out the bear. I want to see
Should
the bear.
I know I've said that?
What?
No, be you. Anyway.
What?
I will.
Podcast.
But you don't know what we're doing there, so it's fine.
What is it?
You just said we're going to Edinburgh tomorrow. Fine.
So no. Go and find out. Like, let's
Look what you've been googling me. Who gives Tommy HIV?
Right, what am I googling here before we jump over?
I just want to see how sharp is a bear's claws.
Right, so we can't give a definitive answer. So his group chat needs to continue arguing.
Aye, they'll have to carry on arguing about it for the foreseeable future. Till they get girlfriends or whatever.
What if, right, you get two fighters, roughly the same skill set. You get one to use their hands and one to use their hands are wrapped up in like big claws.
Like Wolverine.
Aye, and they're just fucking swinging at each other.
The Wolverine guy.
Because you're saying about punching, right? Mm-hmm. Obviously, bears do not have that dexterity to punch, but they swipe. So when they hit, they're going to just rip.
But you're also the fighter that's playing as the bear. You're also going to still need to find a way for them to like walk on all fours.
But then you can come up and go. Bah.
Aye, but surely that's a short burst.
Do you think
Saying the bear cardio is poor.
Probably.
Do you think the gorilla gets on its back?
What, throws up a triangle?
Just gets on its back and just back, mate. The gorilla's just like hooks in a lot, and the bear's like
Just chilling. It's possible.
It's possible.
Has happened.
Could you train a gorilla to fight like jiu-jitsu? That'd be amazing to watch.
Mate, teach them sign language. I would say you could.
I think so.
Seen the ones where they learn sign language. That's mental.
Just
eh?
a gorilla in captivity just busting other gorillas' ears.
Aye.
Armbar.
Seen the one where that talks to Robin Williams.
Aye,
It was
it was sad when he died.
He was saying he's sad because his friend had died. Then he was sad Robin Williams died.
Going to see the damage of what bear's claws can do. I think that's the key.
Show me
to
bear
victory.
attack victims.
Do you think we've just booked Dogfight Wild Tournament's next main event?
Yes.
A bear and a gorilla?
I'd pay watch it. I've never seen an aggressive vegetarian, so I'm still going bear. he's going to be fueled with that salmon. That salmon in his gut, man,
Fresh
just
diet.
ready to go. That gorilla's going to be sitting with like fucking leaves and bamboo and shit on there. So, he's on your own, boys. But we're going to bounce over to the old Patreon, as always. We appreciate you. If you'd like to come to the live show, tickets are in the link, and keep it high.
Thank you.